Jason and Ninfahall, Picture Me Rolling and Starring. Today, our meal will be pork, cooked with rice, tomato sauce, onions. This is a Spanish dish. And the way we start with some pork pieces. I bought a couple of packs of pork. They didn't have this cut up. So what I do, I cut it up myself in chunk pieces. We're gonna boil this until it's done. But in the meanwhile, when you cut this meat up, wash it. I trimmed it. As you can see, some of it was trimmed. There's too much of fat. So I'm gonna put it in a pot. I want to show you what I do before. We're gonna wash this meat off. I have 2 packs of meat. So we're gonna rinse this off. I washed this pot out already. Just rinse it. Wash this meat off. Put it in the pot. I'm gonna put some onions, some tomato sauce, some seasoning, and let it cook. Once it comes to a boil and cooks, gets tender, we're gonna add rice. Remember, this is a Spanish dish. This is all pork. All pork. If you can find this meat cut up already, it's best to buy it already cut up. We have a nice amount of pork. I thought maybe we need 2 packs, but we only need the 1. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a nice amount of water, and I'm going to let this, put it on the stove, cut up my onion, add my seasoning, and let it cook until it's done. Hello subscribers again. I already have the meat on already added the tomato sauce. I also put some green olives in here. Some people don't like the green olives, but the green olives give it a little more extinct of a Spanish taste. I have my onions. I also added just a little small amount of green peppers. Put your salt, your pepper, your accent if you have it, and you just let this cook until the meat is tender. And don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the bell below and the subscribe button to show us that you like what we're doing. Remember, this is going to be a Spanish dish when it's all finished. Next, what I'm going to do, also, I forgot, I'm sorry. You put some fresh garlic in here. Chop up some fresh garlic cloves, or if you have some garlic already in a jar, put about 2 teaspoons of chopped garlic into this pot. This is really good. Also, cumin. If you have cumin, or some people call it comino, that's a Spanish seasoning. That is one of the most important things when you're cooking pork. Put the comino in the pot with the meat while it's cooking. So this is I'm gonna shut off from now until it gets done or almost done, and we'll come back later. The next thing we're preparing, we're gonna prepare some green beans. And the way I like to fix my green beans, I like to buy some meat to put in my beans. This right here is called hog jaw. That's fat meat from pork. See, smoked pork jaw. This is a good seasoning to put with your vegetable. And all you do is just cut the small pieces or bite-sized pieces. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to boil it because I want to boil out some of the salt. Then I'm going to fry it. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a small amount of onions. I'm going to add these green beans, whole green beans, and maybe just a tad bit of salt, because you probably won't need a lot of salt. Then all we're going to do is just let this cook until the green beans are done. This doesn't take a lot of prep. Don't forget to hit that bell button below, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, viewers. Now we're going to make some steamed carrots. I'm doing this for my granddaughter. She loves carrots with starring. So I'm just going to make, not a whole lot, just enough so everybody that wants some can get some. Just put a little bit of water in the pot. I'm going to sprinkle just a tiny bit of salt on these. And it depends on how I feel later. I might sprinkle a little bit of sugar. I don't know yet. I have to see. I want to make them caramelized carrots. I don't know. I have to see. Let's see. Is our ham. Our ham is coming to a boil now. It's getting ready to come to a boil. Then we're gonna put the green beans. Oh, we gotta open the green beans. That's what I forgot. Here, I'm cooking the meat. I boiled it a little bit. Excuse me. Pull the water off it, rinse it off. Now I'm frying the meat. Letting it come to a nice little fry. Then I'm gonna add the green beans. After I strain them, I'm gonna strain the can first. I'm gonna rinse them off, and then I'm gonna pour them into this. This is only to give it a nice good flavor. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna strain the green beans now into the strainer. This is to get a lot of the salt off of the green beans, because some beans are very, very salty. And I don't like salty beans. So this is to get the salt off. I know I have a lid in here. I know, I saw it. These are whole beans. You see, run cold water on them. Rinse them off real good. I'm going to do the other can also. This is to get a lot of that salt off of these beans. Let them sit and drain a little bit. When the meat and the frying and the pork is done, I'm going to add the green beans over in here. This meat is just about ready. Be careful when you're doing this because you will get burned. The grease will pop on you and burn you. We add the green beans over in here. The green beans sometimes will have this. You don't want that into the green beans. So we want to pick that out. Now all you're going to do, add a little bit of onions that you chop. You save some green onion, some regular onion for that. You're going to take the onion. You don't have to. I like a little bit of onion on mine because it makes them really, really good. This is all you're going to do. Add a little bit of water. And let them steam. That's all you're going to do. Maybe a quarter of a cup. A quarter of a cup of water or so. This is all you're going to do. Then what you're going to do, that's it. You can turn the fire back up and let it cook. Add a little bit of salt. I like this seasoning right here. This is very, very good. It doesn't have a lot of sodium. So you can add a little bit of this on your green beans. Just enough to perk it up a little bit. And that's about it. You don't need much seasoning on the green beans. You want to cover them and let them cook until they're nice and warm. Remember, the green beans in a can are already cooked. So really what you're really doing now is just reheating the beans and letting them cook through to pick up some of the seasoning from the meat. These are the carrots that we're steaming. It doesn't take long for those. I add a little bit of salt to that, and all you do is just let them steam until they're done. That's it. Don't forget to press the bell button on the bottom, press the subscribe button. Green beans are done. They look so good. Remember, they're already done. So all you're doing is really reheating them. Let's check the carrots and see what the carrots look. Need a fork to check the tenderness of the carrots. They should be done. They are. You saw that? The fork went straight through. Look at that. I think what I might do is add a little bit of sugar for a little sweetness. Let's check the pork. How about that? Can we check the pork? Oh boy, it's coming along. Look at that. Look at that. Looks yummy. It looks yummy, yummy, yummy. It's cooking down, ladies and gents. Sooner or later, we're going to add our rice.
I got this for you.
All right.
Auntie.
Now, the meat should be done. The pork should be done. Let's check. Should be nice and tender. Yep, it's ready. It's nice and tender. Now what we're going to do, I turned the fire up. Now we're gonna add rice. I don't know how many cups of rice I'm gonna add. I'm just gonna add what I think is enough. And I don't wash the rice. You don't have to wash your rice. It's up to you. But I don't wash my rice. There's 2. We'll put about 3 cups. 4 cups. We'll put about 4 cups. That's 3. That should be 4. What you want to do at this point, we're going to stir it. We're going to put some black pepper. My finger is so sore. We're going to put black pepper. And we're going to stir this because we want the rice to go down into the meat. Remember, this is a Spanish dish. You see, I think I have enough rice to cook this. What I might do is add some water because I think it's going to need some water. Because we don't want it to be too thick where the rice is not cooking. We're going to add some water. Let's see how much of water I'm going to add. About maybe a couple, one regular cup of water. Not a full cup of this. This is about 2 cups or 2.5. Just a little bit of water. So that will help it to cook. And what you want to do is taste to see if you have enough salt in your food. And the best way to do that, you can do it this way. Put a little bit in the palm of your hand. It's hot. And taste. It's perfect. Perfect. Just perfect. Now we're going to let this rice cook. Turn your fire down. And you're going to let this cook. You don't need to do too much of anything else to this. I'm just going to add some more pepper. I like a lot of pepper in my food. We're finished with that. Now, as you can see, that's beginning to cook. We leave this alone and let it cook by itself until the rice is done or almost done. You may want to come back and stir this again to help the rice to cook. Do it a couple of times. If it looks like the rice is still a little bit hard, you can always go and add water. Just a little water, because if you put too much of water, you're going to have sticky rice. The rice is going to be gummy. You don't want gummy rice. So let's just let this cook until the rice is done. Or when it gets almost done, we'll come back and I'll stir it again and let you see how it's going, okay? To check and see what the rice is doing. See, it's cooking. It's cooking slow, but I got it turned down slow. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to stir up the rice so most of this liquid can dissolve. See, so this can cook. And the reason why I'm stirring this like this is so the rice can cook thoroughly. It can get done. It's almost there, guys. Oops. Sorry. That's not done. That rice is hard. She like at work, and the man with the leaf, and the other man done. The rice is nice and fluffy, as you can see. It's not sticky. It's done. The meat is nice and tender. It's all done. And now they're ready to eat.